Yo guys, what's up? This is my review for the Netflix original Blonde. So recently Netflix released their Marilyn Monroe movie. It stars Ana de Armas and it was directed by Andrew Dominic, I believe. And yeah, this movie basically follows the... well, this is basically a biopic of Marilyn Monroe. But if you can even call it that, I will get to that in a second. If you can even call it a biopic. Now, I want to start off by saying I am still a little bit sick, so I might cough during this video. I would edit it out, but it just I cough too often and I would have to just keep restarting. So yeah, I'm just gonna push through it anyway. So yeah, I got a chance to watch this. This is a 3-hour movie, so I didn't get to watch it the day it came out, but I watched it like 2 days after it came out. So this is why this review is like a little bit late. I would have typically got it out earlier, but yeah, I hadn't got a chance to see it earlier because it's really long, so it's a really big commitment to sit down and watch it. But yeah, so I want to start off with the positives. The positives is that I think that visually, there's some things that I want to talk about that I don't like, but visually it's stunning. You know, like the way specifically the way the camera moves and the way they frame certain shots. I think it's visually beautiful, but I will get to that. It's confusing anyway. That's really all I can say positive about this movie. You know, I mean, so I didn't like this movie. I'm just going to start by saying I didn't like it. And it's not that this typically isn't my movie. Like, I like biopics. I do. But this is, for starters, this is not, I'm going to say it's not a biopic. It literally says in the thing that it's a fictional thing. And it doesn't really portray itself as a biopic. But it says it's like a fictionalization of her life. But then in interviews they say that they were trying to tell the story of her life. Okay, well, if this didn't happen, then it's not the story of her life. Anyway. Yeah, I didn't like this movie. Ana de Armas, I really love her. I want to start off by saying that. She's really great. I loved her in Knives Out, which is really the only other thing I've seen her in. I know she's in like War Dogs and like some James Bond movies, but I've only really seen her in Knives Out. But she was fantastic in that movie. I love that movie. She was great. However, this is not a good... I don't want to say it's not a good, but this is not her best performance. This movie, I'm going to be honest, it's so clearly Oscar bait if I've ever seen it. It's like, but it's doing it in a disgusting way. Okay, anyway, Ana de Armas, I think she's Colombian, right? Her accent very much seeps through the voice. She tries to do an American accent, but it just doesn't work, and you can hear her accent, and it's like, this is supposed to be Marilyn Monroe, who is like a Hollywood icon. She has like a very oldish American accent, and I don't know much about Marilyn Monroe. So I'm not going to act like, you know, the pillar of knowledge about Marilyn Monroe, but her accent is just, it's shocking. It's really bad, and I don't feel bad because she's such a great actress, but just the accent was not good. I feel like the performance wasn't there, and this whole movie just makes it feel like they're making a joke of Marilyn. You know, it feels like she's a joke. You know, they're making fun of her. They portray her as dumb, as, you know, not very bright, and you know, it's just, it's sad to see. They're honestly, there's some shocking scenes in this movie that I was so uncomfortable to sit through, and they didn't need to be there. You can imply things. You don't need to show them. There's a scene at the end of the movie which is just so vile, and I was like, you know, and I see people defending it, being like, oh, it's art. No, that is they're exploiting Marilyn Monroe. If you want to make this kind of movie, don't use her name, because I don't even know if these events happened, because they say it's a fictionalization. There's so much, you know, grotesque things that happen to her that it just, I don't know. It feels like, I don't want to say it. There's something I'm going to say, but I don't want to say it, so I'm not going to say it. I'm going to use a filter, and I'm not going to say what I was going to say. But yeah, visually, like I said, the movie's great, but they do some really fucking weird creative choices where they keep switching the aspect ratio. They randomly switch from black and white, which was so annoying. But pick one or the other. I'm fine with watching a black and white movie, that's fine, but just keep it black and white the whole time. But then sometimes they make it colour, and then they go to widescreen, and then they, you know, do full screen, and then it's I don't know the ratio of it, but it's the one with the 2 black bars on the side. I can't remember the ratio of it. But yeah, excuse me. It's just, it's disappointing because, and you know, I was hearing some actually good things about this when it was debuted at the Venice Film Festival. They were saying it was getting a 14-minute standing ovation, which is that's pretty good. But no, just no. I will say though, Ana de Armas, they did make her look exactly like Marilyn. She looks very, very similar in some shots. They just do very accurate recreations of some photos of her, and yeah, they did that very well. But yeah, this movie just feels like an exploitation of Marilyn's name to tell something that mostly isn't even true, and stuff that was true is just very taking advantage of someone's name. Look, I can't recommend this movie. I didn't enjoy watching it. It jumped all over the place. As a film itself, it was visually beautiful, but story-wise, it jumped all over the place. It was hard to tell what was happening. Some things happened that just did not need to happen. The performances were not great. And yeah, overall, it was not a very good movie in my opinion. And it was very clearly Oscar bait, but just so terribly done. And I was kind of excited for this movie, but no. So yeah, Don't let me stop you from watching it. Check it out for yourself and decide. But yeah, that's my review for Netflix original Blonde. And yeah, let me know if you liked it, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.